There we go. Greetings, Pirate Council. May our tall tales please you. When last we left our heroes, the journey began in the shadow of Captain Featherstorm's old tower in the fishing village of Fenghuang. There, amidst the ruins and the whispers of the past, you uncovered the first pieces of a long hidden legacy. You ventured into the heart of the tower, where an arcane illusion of Captain Featherstorm himself revealed secrets of his life and a cryptic message for his heir. It was a moment of revelation, a connection across time, as Featherstorm's voice echoed through the chamber, guiding you to seek out the diamond that he had left for you, although you found he didn't really leave it for you. And you have your next port of call, perhaps, is to find his beloved girlfriend and his quartermaster mage, the keeper of further secrets. The repair efforts, though, were further interrupted as you were preparing to delve deeper into the Featherstorm mysteries. A new threat emerged. Disturbances off the coast caught your attention. Signs of cultist activity. The dark symbol of 3 kraken tentacles became a harbinger of danger. Without hesitation, you took to the skies, the seas, and the very fabric of space itself, using every means at your disposal to reach the source of the disturbance. What awaited you was a scene of chaos and malevolence. Kraken cultists, servants of a deep ancient one, prepared to unleash their wrath upon this town. Now here we stand in the midst of battle, the sea churning, the wind howling as these cultists with their dark rituals and malevolent intent seek to bring forth their oceanic god's will. They're relentless, their eyes burning with fanaticism and their spells crackling with the power of the deep. Yama, your steadfast courage and divine might, a shield against their fearful power. Karu, your keen senses and lethal precision are a blade to this mage's neck. And Killian, your arcane prowess and quick wit quickly turned to the tide of battle as you transformed into our gargantuan shark.
Yeah, don't forget my teeth.
And of course, Paulie, quick-witted and perhaps with some more mysteries to solve. The fight is continuing. The cultists must be stopped, their dark plans thwarted, and each of you has your role to play. Steel yourselves for the battle ahead is fierce, and the stakes have never been higher. Ready your spells and weapons to drive these servants of the deep back into the shadowy depths from whence they came. And we're at the start of an initiative round. I'm going to feel really bad if I kill Timmy while he's not here, but in come more flyers. One of them kind of swooping in, and again with these kind of javelins, they've got these sort of spears. That's a critical hit. We like that.
No, we don't. What are you talking about?
We love that. I'm gonna.
What side are you on, Dan?
I'm gonna assume that Captain Paulie would dodge with his reaction as he normally does. Uncanny dodge. As this fly kind of flies in, goes to hit him, it looks like it's going to be a great connection. Paulie does a quick barrel roll out the way. And our attention is caught with Karu. Karu, you find yourself in front of this octopus-suckered priest of this cult. He appears to be midst of some kind of arcane ritual, summoning up the very water of the sea itself into a giant form in the middle of this small bay. What do you do?
Sorry. So Haru is going to. I'm going to use my bonus action to do Blood Curse of the Marked, which is you mark a creature you can see within 30 feet until the end of your turn. Whenever you hit the cursed creature with a weapon for which you have an active Crimson Rite, you roll an additional Hemocraft die. And I do have the cold damage activated currently on my sword. So I think I need a roller. What's in the call? I do. Let me just roll my. Okay, so I take 3 damage for doing that, and then I'm gonna try and hit him with my cutlass.
Yep.
Oh crap! Come 11.
11 is gonna do it though, because this man is very shirtless. He's out of there. He's out here on the beach. He's doing cultist activities. Sun's out, guns out.
Yeah,
He's not
Karu
armored at
momentarily
all.
distracted by Pex. That's why he almost didn't hit. So that's 10 slash. Yeah, 10 slashing damage, and then 8 cold damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna stab him again. Just shake off the allure of the pecs and stab again.
Close.
But still apparently very distracted. Oh god. Kara's thinking back to what was that? Who was that guy that was with us for a while? He was like tattooed and like Filipino. Rakia. Kara's momentarily thinking of how Dumb Rakia used to do the little doo-doo with his pecs, and Kara's like, I wonder if this guy would do it. Oh wait, I need to stab him. So Jesus, 10 slashing damage, and then another 8 cold damage. It was like the same damage both times.
That bloodies this Kraken Priest, though, and he's going to have to make some concentration checks here. See if he can maintain whatever he appears to be focused on.
I think, can I just check something? I think if I hit him, he has to roll with disadvantage because of Mage Slayer.
Sure.
Yeah, when you damage a creature that is concentrating on a spell, that creature has disadvantage
All right.
on the saving throw.
Excellent. So with that first strike, you barely sort of glance at him. He's just kind of dodging out of the way, but his attention and focus, despite the kind of damage you're inflicting, is on this big ball of water that is in front of him, that is growing bigger and bigger and bigger. The second strike, though, when you mostly overcome these pecks, as Fortescue says, the Terry Crews pecks of the Kraken Priest and Dumb Rakia, that peck dance that you wipe out of your mind, you go in for another attack and sort of slice at one of the tentacles coming out of his sort of chin, and you get his full attention then, and you can see the arcane runes that were starting to weave themselves around this thing begin to shatter and break. The form of the water is still bubbling up, roiling up into a large kind of tower, but the arcane runes, almost like a kind of greeny copper adornment on this thing, break and shatter, and you can see that this guy's mind reels as he fails to maintain concentration on his spell, and he looks at you intently and very upset.
That's fair. That's actually me. I've got nothing else to do.
All right. He turns to you as that spell breaks, and he begins to sort of start casting a spell at you. And this form of water, sort of a part of it, lances out like a tentacle itself, or perhaps a limb, and just crushes him into the beach.
Yikes.
Wow.
You also take 17 bludgeoning damage.
But it hit him.
Yeah.
Shit.
Shit, indeed.
As the water elemental he was summoning is now loose.
I thought it would go away. Oh.
Oh my god.
Dan?
Did you put in at the wrong size?
No.
God damn. I just needed to check.
Out of its form, as before, a sort of almost like a piece of it lances off and dives into the water.
Oh shit.
I'm not sure if I did a good thing.
No wonder Dan was fine with the gigantic Megalodon coming in.
Yeah,
He
I was.
like, I got something bigger.
I was gonna say. I was like, he's a bit too chill about the Megalodon.
Yeah.
What's going on here?
Chill about the random homebrew Megalodon.
Yeah.
Paulie is, he's doing his thing. What's he doing? Oh god, I don't know how to use.
Dodge.
Yeah, I don't know how to use his stuff. Talon attack. Jesus. Why does Paulie's stuff just have to be very, very difficult? Where is Timmy? Off working, being important. We'll move on
He's got too many
to
feats on his character.
the next people in the initiative order, and I'll come back to what he's doing. Killian, in your sort of giant shark form under the water, you can feel the there was like sort of one of these smaller water elementals kind of trying to constrict and crush you to no real effect, and one of these cultists sort of strafing by you. I guess kind of the equivalent to a jellyfish going up against a person, potentially does hurt, but not, a minor problem. That will hit. That'll actually be a crit. We love that. 20 lightning damage as it sort of brushes up past you, and you feel sort of a crackle along your shark skin, your rough shark skin. And yeah.
Well, don't love that.
Well, it's now time for you to retaliate.
So, who was that hit me?
This
The little guy down the bottom?
Yeah, the little kind of jellyfishy guy.
Yeah,
Hey,
eat
little
him.
jellyfishy guy. How you doing, bud? I have advantage on attack because he's missing health.
That's right.
So I'm going to bite him first
I think a 29 will hit.
for 21 damage.
Finish him.
I just swallow him. There's just nothing left of him.
Yeah.
I don't do anything cool. I'm a megalodon.
Yeah, he tries to sort of swim out of the way, but then that just big shark mouth just descends upon him and crushes him down.
Actually, wait, no, didn't I, at the end of the last session, didn't I try to swallow him already? So he was in my mouth already.
Oh, he may have been inside. Yeah, maybe that's why
Yeah,
you were getting
that
a bit of an
is-
upset tummy when he shocked you with his lightning.
Alright, so I'm going to do this instead, because if the
Hello,
damage is enough
guys.
to kill him, was 13 damage from swallow enough to finish him?
Sure, I don't know now.
Because then I still have two
A bite.
attacks.
Sure.
Because so the bite I'll use. Can I just use that on the next nearest thing?
Yep.
This
So there's a giant water elemental and a smaller water elemental.
Yeah. Oh, I know where the smaller one is as well, don't I? Because it's like up against me.
Yes, it is invisible, but it's sort of wrapping around you. You can definitely feel it, so you know where it is, but it would be harder to hit.
Would a 23 hit it?
A 23 will hit pretty much everything.
Yeah, since I rolled my
Sure.
bite already, I'll just take the lower result as 23.
Yep.
21 on that one, and then I've got my tail attack.
Yep. Let's just double check. Now, you are not technically magical, are you? Your attacks are not
No.
magical.
No.
Okay.
So does that mean they take half damage?
This water, the smaller water elemental certainly does.
Okay. Well, I'm going to swim up here. I'm going to use my tail attack
Mm-hmm.
on the guy on the shore. Gonna try and splatter him. Tail attack. Oh, come on. 14 to hit.
On the
The
Kraken
little
cultist.
guy up on the shore. Yeah.
Yeah, that is more than enough to get him.
20
As
bludgeoning.
he's been sort of crushed into the earth in front of Karu, sort of into the beach itself. And you're able to like a whale shark, just slide up onto the beach and grab him like a seal on the shore and crunch him in. Oh, actually, so you're hitting him with his tail. So you go in.
Yeah, I like to think I do like a hook turn, like fly in backwards, flatten him with my tail, and then come back into the water. Like Karu's sitting there wailing on him. He gets hit, and then I'm just like, and just leave again.
Yeah.
And I come back out to like, yeah, because I can't stay on the shore.
No.
Yeah, so that's 20 bludgeoning damage on that guy.
That is more than enough. What, Karu, what is your reaction to these two sequences of events?
Well, I like to think what happened is because it's all happening within like 6 seconds. Like Karu just got flattened by like a water tentacle, and he's standing up. And at the moment that he stands up, Killian just flattens the guy next to him with his tail, and Karu just like looks out into the water and it's just like, what? Huh?
What the fuck is going on?
and like really weakly, he's just like, I totally had him.
You just see there's just shark tail just like do the cat like whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
Thinks he's helping. And yeah, as I come back out, so I went from there to there. So then I'll make my way like further back into the middle, but like still close enough that I don't take any attacks of opportunity.
Sure.
I think like here would get me close enough.
Sure.
To not take any attacks, and maybe even there. I'm gonna go to there.
So you're going to attack another guy on the shore?
No, that's the end of my attacks.
Okay.
So I did the swallow damage, then the bite on the thing next to me, and then the tail attack on the guy up on the shore.
Yeah.
So that's the end of my turn. But I'm just like his full predatory instinct, positioning himself where he sees other prey on the shore. So he's just gonna like
other flesh and
eventually
blood kind of creatures
that he doesn't recognize the scent of.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, is he looking at me?
No, you look like you're too hard to eat because you're made out of metal.
He's very shiny.
Yeah. He's like, what the fuck is that thing? Kill the thing next to it. That thing looks like it'll give me a stomachache.
Soft and fleshy.
I was trying to show this
And
picture, but that's all right. I'll chuck it in Discord. Timmy, I heard you join us just in time for the first round of combat.
Hello.
Yay.
Hello, guys.
You'll be happy to know I've already burnt your uncanny dodge to avoid some damage.
That's good to know. Yes, thank you.
And I need you to, I assume you were going to make some attacks on your turn. So if you could...
Absolutely.
target-
Foundry's just being a bit of a pain on my iPad.
That's
So
all right.
I'm using Twitch to get the map up here for now.
Yeah.
I've got two guys next to me, right?
Correct. You've got these two flying guys that are kind of weaving and ducking around you. One of them
Yep.
has taken a bit of damage and one of them hasn't.
Are they both at 20 feet, the same like level as me?
Yeah. They've been kind of harassing you with their javelins.
Rightio. Okay. I'm going to attack both of them. So I'll attack one with my pistol. I'm sorry, someone else is going to roll for me too until for now.
Can you roll in D&D Beyond on your phone or on your tablet?
I
or
can
not
do
really?
D&D Beyond, yes, but I can. That's the damage
right, I
may have
can-
to be.
I can
That's
roll
a
it for you as
natural
well.
20.
It is too. I can see
And
it.
you wanted someone else
Nice.
to roll.
Yeah, you wanted someone else to roll that. That would have been a 1 if I rolled it. So give me that pistol shrimp damage, please.
Okay. 22. Okay. Yes, that's 22 damage to that one there.
Mhm.
There's more stuff too, but I don't know how to add that right now.
So 22 damage from your sneak attack and...
No, that's without sneak attack, because obviously I'm within two people.
Okay,
An
yeah,
ally
sure.
next to each other.
Yep. And was that on the damaged one or the undamaged one?
The one to my left.
Yep. So 22 damage to him. Yep.
Cool. I've got the other one with Talon's Wrath.
Mhm.
26 to hit.
That'll definitely hit.
Perfect. 12 damage, and there's more shit to that too, but I can never figure out how to add that. So, 3, 1, and 1 extra d6 damage. That's done then. 1 sec. Boop, boop. So 17 damage for the Talon's Wrath.
So what was? I already added the original damage.
It's
So
5 more
an
damage.
extra 5. Yeah, cool. Thank
5
you.
extra damage.
Excellent. They are both bloodied as they sort of duck and weave through the air around you. Was there any more movement or anything else from you from there?
Yeah. I will move 50 feet north.
Okay. 50 feet north.
Mhm.
I'm not sure if you also caught that Karu interrupted the Kraken priest in his spell or in his ritual.
Amazing. Good job.
Which broke the bindings that he was attempting to put onto this giant water elemental.
Good.
I guess gargantuan water elemental would be a better turn of phrase.
It's even bigger than gargantuan, isn't it? Isn't fucking the Megalodon gargantuan?
Well, it's it's taller because it stands up on 2 legs.
Pretty sure Dan also hasn't given me my size. Oh no, Gargantuan is 20 feet by 20 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, you got to use your
bigger.
theater of your mind, okay? Don't believe everything you see on the screen. We gotta get up here a little bit.
But I love the
That's
news.
the
Yeah. Cool. So, Paulie, because you've attacked both of them, there's no attacks of opportunity, and you're able to duck up north. You can see Karu kind of getting up off the beach after taking a bit of a hit for some water. The Kraken priest has been flattened into the sand and is bleeding out on the shore there after being hit by the water elemental and the Meg. And we move on.
Hell yeah.
Yama, in a fight for your life, this sort of lobster-like hybrid creature is coming in trying to claw at you, but with a 17 and an 11, I think you are unaffected.
Miss.
And it's your turn.
Sweet. How's this guy looking, by the way? Just a memory jog.
I think you're both pretty much unhurt. It's been a lot of...
I thought so.
I think you
killed another dude.
you killed one of his friends, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, sweet. I'm swinging with my sword. That's a natty. Indefinite hit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use a 2nd level smite on this one, so let me roll some d8s. Sorry, my computer is struggling. So that is 8 plus... That's 19 points. Oh, sorry. It's 11 plus.
11 plus your divine smites.
11 plus 23 for damage. And I'm going to swing again.
11 plus 23. Yep. That bloodies the creature.
Beautiful. There we go. That is a natural 4. 12 to hit.
12 does not hit. This sort of hard carapace, this crab-like crustacean armor is too much.
Alrighty, I will end my turn there.
Fortescue redeemed a D&D dad joke, but then made his own D&D dad joke, so I didn't have to, which was, if it doesn't give them a tummy ache, it might make them a sorcerer.
God damn it.
And that is better than anything I could have done. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah. Fortescue saves. Everyone else takes full damage. Any movement from Yama as he lays down a bit of a smackdown, a bit of that radiant light with his katana of the way?
He's gonna stay there. I'm biding my time. Trying to kill this guy first.
All right. As you bide your time, the flyers, having been evaded by Paulie, one of them rounds to attack you, but with a 14 to hit, it's not going to hit. And he's going to kind of swoop by you to try and hit you with a javelin. But I assume a 7 will also not hit. As they kind of
undefeatable.
They kind of fly around you up here. The water weird, the sort of mini elemental that's in the water with you, Killian, again tries to constrict you with advantage. 16, I assume, does not hit.
No.
No, then it's fine. Don't even worry about it.
I'm not.
It's sort of like these small. It's the water is slightly firmer in some areas, trying to bludgeon and beat you.
That's
But
so
in,
weird.
It's just like a wave.
yeah, you're getting knocked around a little bit, but with your size and your rough shark scales, it's largely ineffectual. What's not going to be ineffectual is more acid onto Yama. I have a good feeling about this one. 17. Okay, not such a good feeling.
Struggle Town
Take it back.
10.
And a 7. That's not going to do it either.
Fuck
Don't
yeah.
love that. But I love that it's Karu's turn.
Yeah.
Setting the
Looking
bar high.
looking at the very big water dude,
Mhm.
like, can Karu judge whether like stabbing it with his cutlass is going to do anything?
Do you have any kind of skills to do with? You certainly can. There's probably be some kind of roll to determine its abilities
fish
or its
boy.
weaknesses, etc. And that's right up your wheelhouse as a blood hunter. So, what kind of check would you associate with this?
I'm kind of maybe like an investigation. Like maybe I'm like looking at it to see. I'm thinking of the water spirit from Sonic the Hedgehog, like trying to find like the brain inside the mass of water.
Yep.
Yeah, if that works.
Sure. Yeah. Give me an investigation check then.
Is it a fae, fiend, or undead?
No.
Do I get advantage because fishy?
I think you would get advantage because of fishy. I think this is definitely sort of like
I'm
deep
gonna take that.
Marianas Trench cult stuff.
Cool. All right. Yeah. Great. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Oh, good thing
Needed
you did.
it.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Thank you so much.
We love a natural one.
We do, especially when it gets cancelled out by another number.
Especially when you get the power of the fish behind you.
You think this kind of being, the size that it is, the kind of the cultist that you took down, the things you know of these kind of like kraken, this has been provided by some kind of deep god, right? The power of this. Now, it hasn't been bound to an owner, so you're pretty sure that it will lash out at anyone and anything. So it's not necessarily being controlled by the cult at the moment, which is probably good. Downside is it will wreak havoc on you, and if you leave it, it will probably make its way towards the town. As for its immunities and so on, it's immune to poison. It can speak Aquan, if you know that language.
I do not.
It's immune to a lot of things like being restrained and grappled and paralyzed and things like that, because it's just water, right? It's got this like form that is immutable. And whilst you can do damage to it, you think any of you apart from Killian is going to struggle to do meaningful damage to it. And the only reason Killian will do any damage is because of his size right now. You need... This is more like the anglerfish that you fought.
We need a ship.
We need our boat.
Yeah, shit.
Should I go get the boat? Do you reckon you guys can handle this?
The other
I'm
thing
gonna
which
take
is
you to fucking
potentially
save the boat.
relevant, though, is that while this thing can probably swim quite fast, because even though it's large, if it takes cold damage of any type, even a little bit, you could slow it by a lot, because you're kind of slowing down the movement of the water. You're partially freezing it. It seems very vulnerable to cold.
I do that. I have that right now.
So whilst it wouldn't be a lot of
As a-
damage, it would potentially impair it from moving around a lot. And this is a thing that needs to be, it needs to hit you with itself to really do damage.
Needs to hit me. Okay. How far away is our boat? Our ship? Sorry, I shouldn't call it a boat.
Captain?
Did we leave it nearby?
We left it back at that port. I can't remember how far you said the island was from.
It was within 500 feet
port.
because I dimension doored us there.
That's a bit far away.
Yeah, but you could delay it until the captain comes back with the ship.
Could I?
Dylan also has
And
a
then we
fantastic
could catch
idea
up
to
with it
deal
on
with
the
this
boat.
guy.
I can move this. I can move at 150 feet, so I can do it in 3-4 turns.
I mean,
No, but bringing the ship back is going to be the slow.
So
slow
10
part.
turns. Actually, I think we can move pretty fast. Maybe like 6 to 7 turns.
But
look,
the ship's going from a standstill.
True.
You don't have your wizard there to summon the wind. Because he's currently a giant fucking shark eating things.
I can use
When
the
normally
Raven
he's a
figurehead
bag full of hot air. You're right.
I can use the Black Raven.
Hot, exactly.
There's the dad joke.
I can use the Black Raven figurehead though to fly the fucker just to get it going
You
straight
need
away.
magic to fly it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like, isn't it just? I've got
You
the
need
bird
spell
coin.
slots.
look.
No.
That's how we worked it out. It was spell slots to power it.
Well, first, before we meta discussion
No,
this
for
too
a time.
much.
This time can be extended via the use of spell slots. It can be extended,
Yeah.
so I can use it for an hour.
Before we meta this too much, Karu,
Yes.
you have discovered this information. This is known to you.
Yes. Yep.
There is obviously the opportunity for you to yell out to your captain or yell underwater to the Megalodon. But what is it that you choose to do in this moment?
Karu, I'm. Yep. No, you know what? I'm doing it. Karu yells to Paulie, who's like obviously come into view, and I think he yells really quickly, like, "This thing is loose. We got to get the ship to kill it." And then he's gonna bonus action Hulk into his hybrid werefish form, and then he's gonna dive into the water.
All right. Got it. Thanks, Karu.
Yeah, and I'm gonna come up to the thing. I'm gonna hit it.
Yeah.
I think.
And I'm imagining for all us anime fans out there, it's the attack titan trying to stop the colossal titans, holding onto its foot.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little bit like that. I'm going after one of its fingers essentially.
Sure.
So I have extra. Okay, hang on. Bloody lichen shit. 12 to hit.
12 does not hit, unfortunately. You
Alright.
seem to get pretty close, but the water is a little bit harder and firmer. You don't seem to be with that attack doing the correct, getting the slashes in just right.
That is totally fine. I'm just making sure I didn't have a bonus to hit. So I did not. I will try again. 24.
24 will definitely hit.
Okay, so this is Jesus. So there's an extra 2 on top of that because I've just transformed. So it's 11 slashing damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then apologies. Oh, and then my cold damage. 2 cold damage, and I'm pretty sure that other thing I had up, the blood maledict
Was just on
down.
that guy.
It was just, I think it's the one blood curse that doesn't appear in my sheet, and I have to go and find it. And it's the one I use the most, and it's really annoying. Yeah, no, it was only to the end of my turn, so that's not next turn, so that's gone. So yeah, it's slowed by 10 feet now.
So you dive in and start you can even sort of almost dive through this creature, just trying to whirlwind your way through it, hacking into it. You kind of slightly annoy it in terms of, if we're looking at game mechanically damage, I'll tell you now, you've done about 3 damage on this creature. You probably saw the little pop up on its health bar.
I figured I wasn't getting very far.
But more importantly, the 10 feet of damage from your slasher ability and a further 20 feet because you used cold damage.
Oh, plus there's 10 feet because of my cutlass. So my cutlass does 10 feet, and then the mobile feat does 10 feet. So I actually do 20 feet flat.
Flat, plus another 20 feet because of this elemental damage you've given it. So you've slowed it down by 40 feet.
That seems good.
This is enough slowing that if it is on land, it cannot move whatsoever. But if it is in the water, you've pretty much reduced its speed by a little under half.
Well, I'm pretty happy with that. Cool. I don't know if I want to move. I mean, if I move, I'll get hit. I'm good to stay where I am.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Also, can I just check, Kate, do I still have Shield of Faith on me?
Oh, yes, I did cast it, and I haven't taken any damage, so yes.
Amazing. I have an armor class of 21 right now. What am I?
Huge.
A shiny fish boy.
Yes. Oh, that's my turn. Sorry, I should press.
Very good. It's the elemental's turn.
Scary rotating circle.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's really big.
The creature sort of begins, taking more form. I've put a bit of a thing in the Discord there. Its watery form becomes sort of tentacly, almost like the Kraken Priest itself, maybe turned up to 10 tentacles, and it will attempt to swat at you, Karu. 16 to hit?
Nope.
And trying to sort of slap you underwater, seemingly not working, it turns its attention to the biggest thing on the playground right now, which is obviously Killian.
Yep.
But I assume a 14 to hit will not hit.
No, it doesn't.
No. So it essentially tries to slam its watery head into you, and you just feel the pressure of the water, but nothing further. It's going to use a legendary action to, as it moves and kind of slams its head into the both of you. I need you both to make DC 15 strength saving throws, please.
Do I have advantage on those because of the hybrid thing.
Oh.
Okay.
21.
21.
23. I had that 20.
You both succeed. So it tries to kind of turn itself into somewhat of a whirlpool to draw you both in. But you're able to swim out and escape from that. And so I don't think you take any damage.
This plan is going great.
I like to think I don't even move. I'm just like,
Yeah.
We're crushing it. Where the heck is that guy going?
He has to go around. He can't get on the land. Fully.
Alrighty. Listening to Karu before they hulked out. Oh, actually, did you hulk out while you were telling me, or?
I think it was a more of a dramatic, turn, go get the ship, Captain. I got this, and then just rips through his shirt. Yeah, of course.
His blouse, his pirate blouse.
His blouse, yeah, his booty con shirt that he still hasn't taken off.
Not for one to miss an awesome epic moment. I'm like, yes, and then just start beelining towards the ship. So I'm going to use my action and my bonus action to dash, and I'll fly 150 feet towards the ship.
All right. Paulie takes off
And-
like a shot, flying as the crow flies towards the ship. Do you yell anything as you go to the rest of the team?
Nah, I feel like that was actually kind of like a perfect thing just to shoot off. You know what I mean? They got this. I trust them.
Yep. Perfect. Killian.
Okay, Killian is going to
Now I just fly for the next first few
Move.
rounds.
Sorry.
Killian's going to move to like
Okay.
here. And then he's going to try to bite the big dude.
Mhm.
Has the big dude lost any health? He has lost health.
A little bit.
Ah.
But I would say it doesn't bleed like. Yeah.
Megalodon makes 2 attacks, one with his bite. Oh, where is it?
I'm looking at your blood frenzy. This thing does not
Yeah,
have
it
blood.
doesn't
I don't
bleed.
think.
Okay.
I don't think this would really apply.
22 to hit for 18.
22 still hits though. And so you bite into it. The full effect of your damage is a lot more effective than Karu's. However, you are somewhat stunted by the fact that your damage is not magical in nature. But your attacks are a lot more effective than Karu's for sure.
And then I'm going to move back a little bit more.
Mhm.
I'm going to, like, bearing in mind where I'm moving, I'm trying to keep the other thing that's underwater. Like, I can still feel it.
Yeah, it's kind of circling around you, like weaving around you as it goes.
And then I'm going to
Like a remora fish.
That guy, but that is at disadvantage, isn't it?
That's right. I gotta find him. He's under here somewhere. There we go.
That's a 20 to hit for 14.
That'll definitely hit.
And then taking into account that a Megalodon is a predator, but knows that when it's beat, but has no real path to escape, I want to try to like swim over the shore, but I'm going to beach myself on the shore.
Okay.
Because I'm essentially going to end my own polymorph by taking damage by not being able to breathe.
Right. You can hold your breath for a certain amount of time, I guess.
Yeah.
If you're
But I'm
trying to
also
like
gonna
cut
bait
through
in-
if you're trying to cut through the shallows to the south, I'd say it's probably going to be easier if you want to, get back in the water. But yeah, if you're just trying to throw yourself onto the beach and then, flop across, then we're talking maybe like an athletics check or something, right? To kind of free.
I know I'm
it.
genuinely trying to end my polymorph.
Oh, okay.
So I can throw essentially cannonballs at this thing instead of trying to bite it.
Yep. You can cancel your concentration at any time.
Okay. I'm going to flop myself up like here.
Yeah.
And then I'll cancel my...
It'll try
I'll
and
take the attack. of
Yeah, I
opportunity
thought so.
as I go to
Yeah.
run.
So it'll try and slam at you as you go, but you're able to kind of your floppy nature is too erratic for this creature,
I'm
for this
one with
elemental
the
to hit you.
ocean.
Exactly.
And I'll end up like over here, and then I'll cancel my concentration, and I'll turn back into jacked demon boy.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
And then when I pop out of that, I want to be Oh yeah, easy. That's fine. I'm gonna like yell out, "What the fuck is that thing?" Because I like to think that like he doesn't have full. He just knows that there was something,
Mhm.
but no full recollection from when I was a giant shark.
Yep.
He's like, "What the fuck is that thing?" But then he's like formulating a plan in his head for what he can do.
Mhm.
It's like he knows based off what it looks like what it could be, and knowing magic. It's like that is not a regular being. And since I've done 2 attacks and moved, I am done.
Okay.
I don't get to make another attack, do I?
No, you've used your action. Unless you had a bonus action, I guess, to do something.
I have a bonus. Look. No, I'm a wizard. Wizards don't have bonus actions. Never mind.
There you go. The lobster that's fighting you, Yama, kind of seeing this unfold, seeing the water elemental, and then seeing Killian transform out of his shark form into, his sexy tiefling form, will call out something to the flyers.
Sexy tiefling.
Stupid sexy tiefling. Yama, I don't think you understand sort of Sea Elvish, so it kind of maybe goes above your head figuratively and literally. But you get the vibe that he's like, don't worry, I got this guy, as he comes to attack you. 25 to hit with his claws.
I'm going to use a reaction to... I think I can't use this on myself. Yeah, creature other than me. All right, I'll take it.
It's just 9 slashing damage, non-magical.
Non-magical? Sweet.
And his second attack will be an 11 to hit, which I assume will not hit. And it's your turn to retaliate.
Nice. All right, I'm going to attack. Here we go. Rolling the dice. Oh, I think that's a 9. 17 to hit.
17 just misses, I'm afraid.
Just misses. Damn. All right, second attack. Oh, that'll hit then. That is a 21.
Yep, 21 hits.
Awesome. Let's do... let's see what spells I've got left. Okay, I've got a 3rd level spell slot left, so I'll use that. One. So that was 10 damage plus, so 33 damage total.
Whoa! Finish him off for me.
Sorry?
Describe how you finish him off for me.
Oh, I think because it's a smite, it's really like, maybe like the sword appears.
I completely lost
Like
your
a
audio
red
as soon as you said the sword
Oh. Can you hear me now?
Go, where you're back. You're back
Yeah.
with us now.
Okay, cool. Yeah, the like radiant. Oh,
Sorry, it did it again.
Discord just really doesn't want you to describe this action, Yama.
wait, this is because I.
You're using the wrong mic.
Is that any better? Probably worse.
You're louder now for sure.
Okay, cool. We'll go with that. Yeah, so the sword is just like filled with a radiant light. And it's very shiny.
You cut open this lobster man and he falls to the ground. The flyers kind of zip over past you as you look up and see the giant elemental, water elemental rising up out of the surf. And sort of swimming around inside it is a monstrous sea fish boy.
I just rolled a concentration check for that damage that I took as well. And then I'm going to make some movement. I'm going to wade into the shallows here, I think. So that's 30 feet. And I'm just going to try and block the route of this water elemental. Yama standing firm in
Just
very heavy armor.
Standing between it and the town.
Mhm.
You shall not pass.
His radiant light comes out.
Very good.
100%.
All right. The flyer, having been given orders, is going to start flying towards Killian. Actually, it's going to spit some acid at you, Yama. It doesn't like what you're up to. 24 to hit.
I'm going to use a reaction to buff my... Oh, no, even if I do... Okay, I'll take it. Hit me.
It's going to be 12 acid damage.
Do I take 9 for that, or I take 12 because it's like...
It's acid. It's not a bludgeoning.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not saved by your armor.
Yeah.
And then it's going to fly towards Killian. But nowhere near him just yet. Killian, you see this this sort of hybrid creature. It's got this, if you remember, this kind of like almost like manta ray like cloak that is made of its skin. That it's zooming towards you. It spat acid at Yama. That Yama's trying to get off his armor, and as it flies towards you, like a Megalodon attacking a plane in Mega Shark vs. Giant Octopus, the smaller water elemental just reaches up out of the ocean and just snaps it out of the air like a bird and slams it into the water, where it falls and dies.
Hell yeah, he's defending me now.
The other one is going to skirt a little bit further around, and it's going to come at you. It's going to also spit acid at you, 25 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
That's going to be 8 acid damage. As it begins to try and close in on your position.
It's okay.
But it'll have to wait because it's Kara's turn.
Yay. So I'm gonna. Oh shit! No, wait. I meant to measure that. My bad. I'm gonna stay in its range, but I want to move around it essentially. Or I do kind of like the idea of just shooting through it.
Yeah.
So
like a bad lunch.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm going to... Oh, by the way, I gave myself back 3 hit points because I used the Blood Maledict Necro, but I wasn't supposed to because I didn't amplify it. That makes sense?
Sure.
So you only take damage if you amplified it, but I didn't because the amplification sucked.
Sure.
I think I'm just gonna hit it again, I guess. Yeah, yep. I know I didn't do a lot of damage, but I slowed it down.
Mm-hmm.
So 1 swing. God damn it, never mind. 2 swing.
13 is just not enough, I'm afraid.
I know, God. I had such good rolls and then it all went to hell. Am I do you reckon I could pop my head up above the water?
Yeah, I mean, I'll even allow you to pop your head out of the creature if you've used it as part of the water.
So you cut out as you were saying that.
I'll even let you swim up through the creature and pop out its abdomen if you really want to have some height to talk to Yama here.
Yeah, okay, yeah, maybe Yama, you're looking at this massive creature and then you just see this dark shape and then just boop, and there's just a Karu head just pops out.
Talk down to me.
Facing directly at you. And he's just hey, maybe we should lead this to the ship rather than waiting.
I can't swim.
But maybe get out of the way.
I can't do that.
And Kara's like, okay, well, if shit gets bad, I'm gonna bolt, and then he just bloop, bloop, bloop.
Yeah, I love it.
Bonus action. I don't think I can do anything that's particularly interesting. No, I can't. Yeah. Yeah, cool. That's me.
All right. Can you give me a DC 15 strength saving throw, please?
I have advantage on these. Damn it.
You take 12 bludgeoning damage as you're swimming around inside this thing.
Is it magical damage?
No.
Then I take 6. I'm hybrid.
Though you are grappled inside this creature and can no longer leave its space, effectively.
Dan.
Oh, you can. Don't worry. I'll make you leave its space.
Until this grapple ends, the target is restrained and unable to breathe unless it can breathe water. So on your turns, you can take an action to attempt to get out but obviously you give up your attacks to do so. Or you can stay inside, but you are kind of being held down, so you'll have sort of disadvantage on attacks against it.
All that for a joke. Shouldn't have listened to you when you're like, oh, you could pop out of the abdomen. That'd be fun. Shouldn't have listened to you. Should have seen what you were doing.
And you feel like there is sort of a crushing pressure that you will continue to take damage until you escape as well.
You're like, oh, of course, there's more.
Yeah, cool. Can't just chill. Can't just chill with the disadvantage. Nah, gotta get it. Okay, cool.
A creature within 5 feet of the elemental can pull a creature or object out of it by taking an action to make a strength check and succeeding.
No one within 5 feet, then.
There's no one within 5 feet.
We can wait. I can't make you leave its space, but I can make it leave your space.
For its second attack, it is going to attempt to slam Yama. 21 to hit.
I'm going to use my reaction and buff my AC.
Okay.
So, no.
Never mind then. Cool. And can it move? Did you do any attacks? Did you land any attacks? You didn't.
No, I did not. No, I did not land any attacks.
Yes.
It was a really good round. I had a lot of fun, don't get me wrong, but no, I did not land any attacks, and now I'm grappled because of a joke.
Yeah. It moves with you and moves forward to kind of encroach upon Yama and starts moving towards the shore. Paulie, can you give me an a dexterity saving throw, please?
Dexterity saving throw? Absolutely. Dex save. 18. I got a plus 10 to dex saves.
Yeah. I thought you would be pretty solid with it. As you're flying towards La Floridita, your recovered ship, you see shots fly out from it that you have to swerve out of the way. The ship is already at full sail. They're not waiting for orders. Ratty or whoever is kind of left in command while you're not on the ship has already brought it to full sail. They've come about.
I fucking love that.
And are heading in your direction.
I love that.
Heading in the direction of the creature. Let me pull them onto the map here.
Paulie just says to himself, I'm so proud of them.
Captain Ratty. It's the other Captain Paulie.
I was going to say, our ship is not that small.
No.
What happened to it?
It's in your mind's eye, mate. Just
No. If I have to look at this giant water elemental, I'm on my ship.
Yeah.
Okay, you're not going to have to look at it for much longer.
There we go.
I love your confidence, but I am currently inside it, so...
Yeah, that's okay.
Me too.
That's fine.
Yeah, we're both inside it.
That's fine. There we go.
Oh, there she is.
That's closer.
Oh, she blows.
So we'll say, it's somewhat far out. It will take some shots at the creature.
Yo, our ship has leading cannons? That's sick.
But the shots, maybe because of from this angle or from this distance, they just don't collide very well. Paulie, you still have your action though, your full turn really, as you see that the ship, are on their way.
Perfect. I will fly the rest of the ship. How far is that?
We'll say just your full movement to get onto the ship, and you can start sort of giving orders and.
Done. I'll basically land onto the ship, start bellowing orders, and then I will hold the coin that Storn gave me. And I feel like it faintly glows. I'll hold it up to my chest and then go, well, let's see how this works. And then I'll try will it and command it to fly.
Mm-hmm. So the ship with its full sail, as you stand at the is it the tiller on a ship like this? What is it? What's the wheel? Captain's wheel.
It'd probably
Just the wheel.
The wheel?
it would just be
Yeah.
for the size of the ship. Yeah, it's 2-mast ship.
And from memory, there's sort of like a crow, almost like a crow figurehead next to the
Yeah,
captain's wheel that
a
you put
raven.
that coin in. Or the raven, sorry, yeah.
Yeah,
You put the
raven figurehead.
You put the coin in, and you also have the raven figurehead on the front of the ship, and it sort of spreads its wings out in front of the ship, and you can feel there's sort of a lurch as the ship starts rising out of the water as it continues its flight forward.
Hell yeah. And yeah, that's it. I guess I'll just move the ship forward.
Sure. Climbing slowly into the sky, getting well above this, or starting to get close to kind of head height on this elemental.
Perfect.
Killian.
Okay, so where is 60 feet? Hey Dan, I got a question for you.
Mhm.
How charismatic would you say this guy is?
This elemental.
Mm-hmm.
Give me an Arcana check.
Weird question, but okay.
26.
You're pretty confident that elementals are not very charismatic.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna cast banishment
Mhm.
on the elemental because it can only banish one creature, so anything inside the creature gets left behind where it is.
Okay.
Hey, that's us.
Banish DC 19 charisma saving throw, please.
All right. Let me roll this out in the open because it'll be hilarious if it succeeds with the -1. It got a 5. So
what everyone hears is that's actually described in the spell. If the target is native to a different plane of existence, then the one you're on, the target is banished with a faint popping noise, returning to its home plane.
Mhm.
But then like as coming
Yeah.
forward.
And then Kara just splashes back into the water. Sorry.
No, can I catch him? Can I like romantic princess style catch him?
Please.
I love that. That's awesome. So describe that for me, Yama, because you're obviously very heavy, so you were still on the ground despite being like this giant wave effectively over you. Kara was up kind of like a little bit higher, maybe around the torso. Describe to me your princess catch.
Yeah, I think he's like maybe like ankle deep in the water in the shallows where he is, so he moves like quickly into like the knee depth, and it's like a like as this like heavy form comes down, and then like a gotcha.
Karu puts his arms around Yama's neck and like kicks his feet, like kicks his legs up. And he's like,
tentacles.
Yeah, and he's like, my hero.
You're in your monster form, so it's more like
with the ichor, like
I forgot. Yeah,
I love it. It makes it better. Somebody make some fan art.
All right, so he's going for now, and then I'm gonna move back up to here, because I'm trying to still keep some distance between me and the other guy that's currently flying at me, try and hurt me. Actually, wait, no, I was here. Maybe I'll go. No, I will go up there. I will go. Yeah, I'll back up a little bit.
Cool.
So essentially, yeah, Paulie just sees this giant thing just disappear from afar as well. And then a small Karu falling.
Yeah.
And I'll yell, I'll like, this fight's not done yet.
Oh, are you getting us ready? So are you just getting us ready?
I mean, if I can hold out for a while, he's gone. But we still have 2 other elementals on the field. There's one underwater here somewhere. Yeah, I'm just taking the big guy off the board for now.
Speaking of more units on the board, Yama, you have a Karu in your arms who has been deposited relatively safely. You know that, there's kind of creatures around that are invisible in the water. and there is a creature kind of flying at Killian. I'm not sure if you've seen him use this ability before, but I guess you would have seen him through the sort of the body of the water elemental casting a spell and seeing the outcome of this, that he has done some sort of banishment. You can also see La Floridita being brought closer by Paulie and the rest of the crew. What do you do?
Yikes. I was just looking at my divine sense is only celestial speeds and I'm dead, so that's no help.
Not fishy
I'm
elementals.
not fishy elementals, so I have no idea where that invisible one is.
I think you can see it in the water in terms of you can see movement, but
Okay.
it would be a disadvantage to hit it. You know of its location. It's not trying to be stealthy currently because it's been, very obvious in its movement.
Okay, well, I will move towards it. You pinged somewhere over here, so I'm assuming I can get there with like the shallows. That's 30 feet.
Yep.
And then I'm going to use my whirlpool slash. So that's anything within 10 feet of me, especially if we're in the water, then I get to make an attack at advantage. But it has to make a strength saving throw to be not pulled towards me.
Okay. I'll say because you're, as you said, like in the water, the advantage and disadvantage kind of cancel each other out. So it's going to be just sort of a regular attack. So make your attack, make your whirlpool slash. And this is a spell, effectively, isn't it?
Yeah, this is a spell, but it has to make a strength saving throw first. If it fails, then it gets pulled towards me.
Gotcha.
I'm like generating this huge like whirlpool, and anything within like 15 feet of me just gets like pulled. So I'm gonna make a straight attack against it.
You're just too far away.
Natty 13 for 21.
21 will definitely hit.
Sweet. And then let me just roll my smite. That is looks like 15 points of damage for me. I have no spell slots left. That's all my attacks.
All right. Yeah, you definitely feel the whatever this creature is pulled closer as you do your best Tanjiro and create kind of a whirlwind of water, a whirlpool to slash at it, and you can feel that you've done some solid damage there, and you've kind of weakened this creature.
Sweet.
Anything else?
Nope. I end my turn in attack mode.
All right. Well, you can. This creature tries to. So you're kind of in the shallows. So it's probably going to have to. It's going to start off with invisibility to come out and attack you, but once it does, maybe that is no longer the case. But we shall see. 17, I assume, will not hit.
Nope.
No. So even with its advantage, it tries to wend its way around kind of your shins, which are still in the water, and kind of drag you under. But you're able to kind of firmly plant your feet, and you don't even worry about it.
Heck yeah.
The flyer continues to fly at you, Killian. Its cloak kind of billowing out like a possum as it wends its way towards you, and you can hear it kind of yelling. Karu, you can hear it in its sort of sea elvish language. It's calling over the sound of the sea and the salt and the spray. It's saying, "Surfy, thief," and it's going to try and spit acid at you. 14 to hit. I missed that, Killian.
No, doesn't
No,
hit.
does not hit. It will continue.
Tougher stuff than that.
Tougher stuff than that. It will fly at you, and it spits at you. You're able to kind of dodge out of the way easily, despite, I assume, concentrating on this this banishment spell, but your mind is focused. You're fine. It is going to attempt to grab and drag you, though, and kind of pick you up and trying to abduct you, at least for a period of time. So we're going to make a contested athletics check here.
Don't have any of that. Could I argue acrobatics and try to step out of his way?
Let me double check. You might be able to, I think. I think so. I think it can choose. So it's got to make a strength athletics, and you can choose.
Yeah, to be a little bit more dexterous and sort of like float out. Like I'm in a flow state of
Escape.
concentrating on my spell.
Yeah, trying to escape the thing. I always have to look up these bloody rules.
It'd make sense for me to try and dodge out of the way, knowing that I'm not a strong character. I can't overpower him, but I could definitely slip out of the way.
For sure. Yeah. So you definitely get to choose that.
Well, that's a 5.
He grabs you. He's not particularly strong, but you aren't able to slip out of the way. It kind of wraps you in those, picks you up, perhaps with his legs, and continues taking you just a little bit further. He can't move his full speed with you, kind of weighing him down. But he's lifted you up off the beach and is trying to take you out over the water.
Mm-hmm.
Karu.
That is fine.
You said that we roughly knew where the invisible dudes were.
You can definitely see one that's interacting with Yama and trying to kind of grapple and grab hold of him, and then there's one just off the coast, one kind of in the shoreline as well down here.
Okay, I go for the one that's down here.
Mm-hmm.
Yama's got that. I'm not gonna insult Yama by coming over where he is. It's fine.
Yama turns and is like, I could use some help.
Yeah. As Yama's sinking into the silt and the water.
Kara's like, I could never. You don't need me. You're too strong. And I'm gonna hit with disadvantage. Correct, or attack with disadvantage?
Correct. Yeah.
And I do that way. Oh, this is probably not gonna come through.
It's effectively invisible while in water, so unless you have something to counteract that.
I got a 20. It didn't come through. I rolled a 13 and 18, and then plus 7. Sure. So I got a 20.
20 will definitely hit.
Okay. Whenever I roll with disadvantage at D&D Beyond, it never comes through. I don't know why. 12 slashing damage and 7 cold damage.
Very good.
I'm just going to roll 2 times for my second attack rather than... that it comes through. Yeah, you got me.
I feel you.
So, second potential attack.
12 does not hit, unfortunately. I would have needed that 13.
That's fine. That's annoying. That's okay. I'm totally okay with that. He is slowed by 20 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I don't think I can do anything else. I can't do anything else. That is me done.
Okay. Does the water elemental make any further saves while it is banished? No. It's purely a concentration. Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I'm going to have to change the entire thumbnail now, Dylan. Thank you very much. There was no kaiju fight.
Hey, you never know. You never know. You could have got that guy to just punch me in the head instead of trying to grab me.
Yeah.
And then I could have dropped concentration. He could have popped back out. There were stranger things have happened.
That's true.
But I did tell you, Dan, I was going to eat anything you put in front of me today, and I've eaten him with another plane of existence.
That's right. Yeah, you ate a guy, and then now you've caused a plane of existence to eat a guy.
Exactly.
Let's fish for the crit. 22 to hit on you, Karu.
Where? Yes.
That is 12 bludgeoning damage, and you are grappled again. Until this grapple ends, target is restrained. The water weird tries to drown it.
Sorry.
So it grabs you and starts just like taking you down to the floor of the sea in this area, which is somewhat shallow. You're still kind of in the shallows, but you can feel it kind of pinning you against underwater. It's not very intelligent, right? But you're sitting there, kind of you've been knocked into the ground, and you can feel it kind of holding you there, trying to drown you, like a kangaroo with a dingo.
Right.
Paulie, you're on your flying ship. You're coming in a lot closer. You can kind of see Yama, and you saw Karu for a moment dive or be taken underwater, and you can see Killian to the north of you being lifted up and is being carried out to sea.
Killian is? Okay.
Yeah.
Right, shit. How far is Killian from me? Like how many feet?
If you want to tell the crew to kind of go after him, you could be a bit closer, but you're sort of within 100 feet. We'll say.
Would it be a very smart idea to shoot that with a cannon? I don't
No,
know.
it would not.
Do it.
You know what? Maybe I'll try and shoot the creature with Shrimpy from there, even if it is at a disadvantage.
Mm-hmm. I'm happy with
That's
that.
her idea.
Because you're shooting with disadvantage, because Killian is right in its hold, I will say a crit fail will hit Killian as well.
Do it.
I can live with that.
Hey, technically, I get my sneak attack damage because there's an ally next to this creature.
Absolutely. At 100 feet range, it's disadvantage, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
This one's 19. 19 to hit.
19 will definitely hit, even across this range.
I can't roll my. Oh, that was actually awesome. 14 damage. Can't roll my sneak attack damage.
What is your sneak attack?
It's a very good question.
I can hit it here,
66.
66.
There we go. Actually, done. 24. So, what's that?
That's better than what I rolled
48.
for you.
38 damage.
38 damage. So it's kind of like right at the edge of your range. So I'm going to need you to describe to me how you shoot this creature out of the air, narrowly missing Killian, but killing this hybrid flyer.
I'm gonna obviously the ship's hitting the waves, so I'm gonna aim down.
No, the ship's in
side
the
of
air
Shrimpy.
now. You're in the air. It's smooth, baby.
Oh, good point. Yeah, good point. Actually, no, that's fine. So as the ship goes up into the air, I'm gonna start aiming towards Killian, and then bump, and then the bumps just stop, and then Shrimpy's little antenna just kind of make a little target, like a little X target, and then I aim through that right at the guy's left shoulder blade, and then just go bang.
I'm imagining as well, at this range, instead of just holding the gun out, it's rested on your forearm.
Yep.
The kind of extra
Aims
stability.
a little bit higher to volley the shot.
Yeah. Killian, you all of a sudden dropped.
I don't think that guy went 20 feet back up in the air because he's not strong enough.
No. I just didn't change his elevation.
Yeah.
It's in the mind, mate. It's in the mind. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, I'm just saying I don't want to drop 20 feet.
No, I don't think you're dropping 20 feet.
Although
I think at most he was kind of pulled you up off the ground, and it's like your boots were kind of dragging on the sand, then not, right?
And then my wings would just pop out and I'd fly anyway.
Yeah, you can catch your descent, and you kind of land maybe epically. In fact, give me an acrobatics check. I just want to see, do you face plant into the surf? You absolutely don't.
No. I land and do a backflip and land superhero landing.
In fact,
I shake my head. I'm like, none of that.
In fact, with the acrobatics check of a natty 20, if I may, I think that you see, Paulie lining up the shot, and you can you do that thing where you flip the person around who's grappling you so that he gets shot in the back, and you're able to just drop him. wings out. You know, he wasn't grappling you; you were grappling him in the end.
He wasn't. I wasn't stuck in here with him. He was stuck in here with me.
And you descend lazily down to the to the beach.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Sorry, anything else, Paulie?
Could I shoot the cannon as well?
Sure.
Yeah.
You can yell at someone to shoot the cannon.
Yeah, and I'll get him to shoot the cannon at the elemental that's with Yama.
Okay. It's going to be hard. Again, sort of another disadvantaged shot. I'll just run this here because it is invisible. You can see that it's like, you know, up in Yama's business, but Yama is there. And with a 6, unfortunately, it's not going to be enough. Yama, a bit of the water just kind of explodes around you as a shot goes a bit wide. And you see, you look behind you, you see Diana at one of the cannons just waving, or just giving you that like, oops, sorry. Now it's Killian's turn.
All right. Well, Killian's just gonna walk back onto the beach, I guess.
Brush
I can't
himself
move
off.
because we've gone past me in the order.
Oh, so sorry.
There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna move back into the middle of the beach and suppose. How far away is that guy? Oh, easy. So I can cast as long as I don't have to concentrate, isn't that right?
As long as it's not a new concentration spell, correct?
Yeah.
And as long as the spell does not say at a target you can see.
No, I can just cast a lightning bolt 100 feet in a straight line.
Sure.
Sounds good. I'm gonna just come over here a little bit more.
How does
So I don't
lightning
accidentally-
go with water and people in water?
Well, that guy's just he's above the water, is he not?
He's made
He's
of
in the
water.
water.
He's in the water. Yama is also in the water.
How about I just turn him into fucking steam then?
Karu is also in the water. You can absolutely do it. I'm just saying that there'll be a bit of
my lightning bolt will definitely kill everything in front of me. So
Sure.
I'm
I would definitely rule that like people in the water next to someone being hit by a lightning bolt are going to feel some of that lightning bolt. Maybe not all of it,
yeah,
but something.
that is fair.
Especially if they're
I just need
wearing
to draw
metal
a-
armor.
How do I? Oh, that's not what I'm looking. The measurement tool for this. 'Cause I need 20-foot sphere. There. And I'm gonna cast a fireball
Mm-hmm.
to there, so I can
Sure.
try and turn this guy into steam.
Love that.
We'll cast that at 3rd level. 18 fire damage.
So he's going to make a dex save,
Yep.
which he just fails for your target there of 19. So he's going to take 18 fire damage. Although there's a bunch of steam that rises up as you hurl that fireball over into the water. Though probably not as much as you would have expected from the creature itself. Mostly you've just desalinated some of the water here.
That happens.
But it appears that this creature is perhaps resistant to fire damage.
Yeah. Fire or lightning. Fire doesn't kill my friends.
Sure.
Although
I'm not criticizing the decision, just letting you know. But
yeah. I mean, I do have one other spell I could have used, but I don't think it's worthwhile to use on something this small.
Sure.
I'm not going to disintegrate him.
That's everything from you, though?
That's everything from me. Yep, and I'll delete that sphere because the water's not going to catch fire.
Yama.
Alrighty. Yama's going to take another swing at this dude in front of him, but it's going to be at disadvantage now.
Correct.
Invisible creature. That is I rolled a 2 and a 3. So 10.
10 is not enough, I'm afraid.
All right, let's try it again. Oh, that's not bad. 15?
15 will do it.
Yes. Alrighty, let's swing some damage. Just doing it, thinking about it. I'll let. That is. Gosh, this one.
13 damage, looks like.
I rolled a d8 as well, but not adding it.
Yeah, that's factored in. So 11 slashing damage and 2
Okay,
radiant.
cool.
Yeah. Yep.
Is it really? No, there's a d8 on top of that for my smite. So 20 damage.
No, it's factored in there. Can anyone else not see that?
Are you talking about the
No,
radiant damage?
No, I'm
Yeah.
rolling. Oh, I get a 1d8 at this level on top for smite. It's not factored in on the macros on D&D Beyond.
It's coming through on D&D Beyond automatically. Or like your Katana of the Way says 11 slashing damage, radiant damage 2. So it is factoring in that extra d8.
Oh, wow. Okay. Cool.
Easy done. I think it's just if you add extra smites on top of that, they have to be done separately.
I'm going to look at that.
All good. While you're looking at that, this creature is going to attempt to drag you down into the water. 24 to hit.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And that is 14 bludgeoning damage as it pulls you into the water and starts attempting to drown you.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, that's
No
actually a
save at
problem.
all? That is definitely a problem.
What I'm
Car-
hearing is lightning bolt next turn.
Yeah. Killian, you just see Yama disappear under the water, just dragged under the water.
I'm like, oh well, nah, it's out of my hands now. Zap.
Karu, also
Yes.
someone who's underwater, but maybe not having as bad a time with it.
No, I'm wondering what this dude's trying to do. Kara's just like, what is your problem? So restrained, I can still attack, right? But it's a disadvantage.
It's a disadvantage, but it was a disadvantage anyway with invisibility, so it's much of muchness. It's not you're not in any worse of a position. Your movement speed is just 0.
Fine, I'm not going anywhere until this guy's dead. At least I say that with confidence, but I didn't hit him last time. So I'm just gonna try and hit him while he's trying to drown me. So I'll roll twice because of disadvantage.
13.
Does 13 hit? Oh,
Yeah.
cool. Yay!
It's water. How tough could it be?
Well, apparently pretty tough because it's the first time I've hit it. 12 slashing damage and 6 cold damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will hit it again, hopefully.
12 is not enough. Yeah.
Yeah. Sick.
So it rumbles and tumbles with you underwater, trying to choke you out underwater. This time a 19 to hit.
This time what?
A 19 to hit you.
Nope.
With your improved armor, doesn't hit.
Oh, Yama, do you have to make concentration checks for the Shield of Faith?
Yeah, I'm just pushing it now.
Okay. While you do that, we'll move on to Paulie's turn, and then it'll be Killian's on deck after that. Just because there's only 2 creatures left, I want to speed through the kind of end of this encounter.
I got a 10. I'm not sure what I was supposed to.
10's probably fine. I don't think you've taken more than 20 damage. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. So you are still. So it's trying to grab you, and probably would have, but you can feel Yama's shield on you, even underwater, even while Yama's underwater. You can feel that protection from Yama.
Yeah, Kara's underwater going, this is why I knew Yama was going to be fine with that other one. Because even over here, he protects me, not knowing you've been pulled underwater and are actually drowning.
Captain Paulie.
All right, I'm gonna try and shoot the. Can I see the elemental with the Yama? Or no, they're underwater. Aren't they?
They're underwater and they're technically invisible, but you can see that there is something there trying to
Can I
drown
try
them.
and shoot it with pistol shrimp?
You absolutely can. It'll be a disadvantage because you're up in the air.
That's fine. That was a nat 20 for the first one. Damn it! Oh my god, and a nat 1.
No.
Roll damage for me, please.
The 10. The 10 will hit.
No, but you rolled a nat 1, and I said it's. I said it was going to hit Killian last time while he was being grappled.
no!
It only makes sense
Yama.
that it's going to hit Yama
That's
if
fair.
Yama's being grappled.
Is it fair,
9 damage.
Jimmy?
If I'm really honest as well, this would activate my cavitation blast too.
Doesn't the gun have to be underwater to do cavitation blast?
I think the gun has
Oh
to be
yeah, the
underwater,
gun
doesn't it?
does. The gun does. You're right. Yeah, that's fine. We're okay.
And I passed my con check, so can't restore it. Okay. Somehow drowning, somehow getting hit by a cannon, still fine.
And Kara is just like, everything's fine.
Shiny.
damage.
How much damage, sorry?
9.
9. And that is a magical
If
weapon.
it makes. Oh, that's magical.
Yeah,
Right,
it
of
is.
course it is. Let me take that extra 3 damage.
For your
Sorry.
So that's your bonus action, I believe. The shooting of shrimp.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. Pit shrimp is cut.
What would you like to use? As
My
your
main action. I'm going to shoot a cannon at the same spot.
Which of the crew members do you yell at to shoot the cannon?
I reckon the priestess, the drow priestess, Fiora.
Yeah, and so you yell at her like fire the cannon, and
Yeah.
she. I'm imagining her. She's on deck in a poolside chair with a parasol above it, and she is doing her nails and is just like fire the cannon, and then the drow and zombies who are kind of under her control fire the cannon. But she lets you order her, but then she gives the order.
Perfect.
Yeah,
I'm
delegates.
okay with that.
At disadvantage again, but a 13 will hit. Yama, you feel an intense pressure around you as something hits the elemental you're wrestling with, and then all of a sudden there is no more weight holding you down underwater.
Ooh, nice.
Hell yeah.
Killian, you see Yama's head pop up just out of the surf.
Yeah, I'll make my way to the water's edge and yell out, "Yama, over here! Swim to me!"
I'm coming.
And I'll ready an action of as soon as Yama gets close enough to the shore, I'm gonna like grab Yama and help pull him back onto the shore.
Sure thing. Well, it's certainly Yama's turn next. So Yama, if you head towards Killian, he'll kind of help you up out of the water. Water streaming out of your armor, sand in every crevice. Your hair.
Yama's
a bit
looking
tousled.
really shit too. So like, I think because it's been like all this bludgeoning damage, I think he's like coughing up water. He's got maybe like dents in his armor that are gonna have to be like buffed out. He's like, he takes that off, he's gonna be like bruised.
But you're able to get to one knee at least and get onto your feet, and with the help of Killian and his unsleeved arms, is able to kind of pull you up out of the surf and onto dry land, where you can go and do what you want to do.
Oh my god, I thought I wasn't gonna. Thank you.
You look up in the sky. There's a floating La Floridita with a Captain Paulie standing on the balustrade. I assume holding onto a rope with one arm, Shrimpy in the other.
Am I seeing shit?
Yes, absolutely.
Am I still underwater?
All these mullet like blowing in the breeze too.
Oh, that's right.
He's Michael Bolton right now.
Cannon mullet.
I do feel like as well, like if you're cool with this dunk band, like there's like yes, it's like a black raven figurehead, but like there's like rainbow like feather illusions coming off, like flying, like making it look like it's flying.
Mm-hmm.
Someone would have made it all black, but like the very wingtips it blends back in. So it's both. Black as night.
That way.
Black as night with that oil
rainbow
slick
coming off the
rainbow
ends. Yeah.
on the edges. Yeah.
Yes, sick.
That's what Sorn would have done. Because Sorn's like, I'm leaving, but I'm making it still look cool like me.
An emo.
But it's for someone else, so
An
I have
emo.
to at least give him something.
Well, what I'll do is, because there's only one water weird left, and I love that Killian and Yama are kind of chatting with each other.
Yeah, we don't know where Karu is.
Yeah, Paulie's on the side of the ship, cheering at them in his flying ship. So Karu, there's probably like a few moments of you just wrestling with this water elemental.
I think it gets to a point where I start dancing with it. I like to think that maybe an affinity grows between the water when the water elemental realizes, oh, this guy's a fish.
Yeah,
this isn't
I
working.
can't drown him.
And then Karu just does the like quick eyebrow raise of like, and then like they just start like it becomes like magical Disney like just sort of like swimming around each other, and then eventually they part ways and Karu lets it go.
As it leaves, it's kind of like been dancing around you, and so your ichor and like squid ink that you has gotten kind of caught up in it a little bit. So when it leaves, it's kind of like dragging a trail of that behind it, so you can kind of see where it goes. Yeah, and
painting with all the colors of the water, basically at this point.
Yeah, I'm imagining there's there's the ghost moment where it envelops you, so it's got its watery form around your hands and tentacles, and kind of helps you dance a little bit.
Yeah, but then my tentacles go around its tentacles because they're all monstrous, and I don't know what pottery we're doing underwater, but yes, like essentially
making sand castles in the sand.
And I just popped my head up from underwater after probably a good couple of minutes, and I was like, "Holy shit, the ship's flying!"
Yeah, I'm imagining Killian or Yama having to climb up the rope. Everyone's kind of halfway onto getting onto the flying ship by the time you're finished with your new elemental friend. Killian, how long do you have to maintain concentration? You'll have that full time. Just how long?
Yeah, it's been. I think we've had like what? I banished it in round 3, and we're in round 7, so I think 5 more rounds.
Yeah,
30 more seconds.
So, in your mind, in your eye, with the robe of many eyes, I think you can kind of see it still there in its like kind of pocket dimension that you've banished it to, almost like you've sent it to the ethereal plane and it's like waiting to get out.
No, because it's from that plane, it just goes straight to that plane. It doesn't go into a pocket. With banishment, it goes if it's from another plane of dimension.
Let me finish, because I'm adding some flavor. I'm adding some flavor.
Okay.
Because it's waiting there to get back, right? So it's like 1 foot in each kind of world, or at least from your point of view, and it's kind of bashing on this invisible door or this invisible wall to get back out. You can see it. It's angry. It's angry at you. And then when the time is up, you can see it kind of get dragged into the elemental plane of water, and it is just gone now. And then you no longer need to concentrate on the walls, keeping it there.
Something bigger and scarier grabs it from there and pulls it in, and I'm just like, well, don't need to think too much into that.
Yeah, I love that idea. Some sort of like watery tentacle comes up, grabs it, pulls it back down. You actually, speaking of weird watery tentacles, on your arm, when you kind of look down at your super chiseled, sleeveless, tan, tattooed arms, you can see what appear to be on your forearm. It looks like almost like octopus suckers growing on your forearm, where that flyer grabbed you and lifted you into the air.
Okay, I'll look at that and I'll be like, that's something I definitely look into.
And then after a few moments, you can kind of concentrate with your transformative magic, and you get rid of it and kind of go back to that regular skin. But it's almost like you can feel it under there.
Yeah, I'll leave it for like
something
little
has
while.
marked you.
Yeah, I'll leave it for a little while, and then when I get back to the ship and I like to see Karu, I'll be like, "Is this what happened to you when you turned into you?"
Karu just like big monster forms, just like what? Oh, whoa! What's going on with your arm?
Okay, so that's weird, and then you'll see me like concentrate for a second, then it's kind of like, "Don't worry about it."
Yeah, now mine's a little bit more complicated than that.
I mean, this
Freaky.
could probably get pretty complicated. We might have to cut my arm off.
Nah, except the tentacle. What do you just?
I can do it.
But
Take
like,
the tentacle.
this came from that guy that Paulie shot out of the sky, and like the guys that keep trying to drag me underwater and shit. Like they're trying to make me them. I don't wanna
Maybe
be
it's a
them.
mark.
I want to be
Maybe-
me.
Maybe it's a mark. Like
Can you
as
say
in like
something
a
was chasing you? Maybe it's them.
Better
I
tracker.
I was already
Mm.
marked by them. This
Tracky.
one's like what? Is this like a
Is this
Oh,
like an
man.
upgrade?
damn? Oh
This
well,
is
hopefully
not-
transforming still helps.
I don't know if there's like anything I could do to like look intensely at his arm to work out if there's anything else beyond it just being like a temporary mutation.
I mean, you have that kind of blood hunter magics. Sure.
I'm going to pull Killian's big beefy arm towards me and just stare really intensely at it. And I'd like to investigate his arm
Sure.
to see if I can work out if it's just a temporary thing because he got in contact
I-
with the fishy thing, or if it's like an upgraded tracker, or if it's like a intention to like mutate him further kind of thing.
Can I assist with this by like I'm prodding at it because I don't know what the hell it is, and every time I prod at it, something happens.
Sure. I think like no roll necessary. I think it's you kind of look at these octopus suckers, and the Kraken priest had similar stuff kind of on his body, right? But this is obviously very localized. As you look closer, and kind of peer in, I think as a blood hunter, you can kind of flash back to the history of cursed objects and kind of see some of their history, you know, sort of through a limited scope. So, Killian, I would like you to describe to me sort of perhaps the general flashes that Karu sees of you defiling an underwater tomb and what you stole from there.
That was violent. I was running from someone tried to kill me. I took something. I saved myself.
But
But now
what-
I don't
what-
have it anymore.
Sure, but what was that thing, and what is Karu's like? What would Karu see if Karu was kind of seeing some of that history?
You see, like Killian, like in this real dank, dark, decrepit place, and he's just like rummaging through shit, and like you see him, like you. I like to think you see like a third-person view of Killian. He's like hunched over like a chest, and he's like rummaging through, just like no, just throwing stuff, and he grabs like this orb thing, and he's like. No, throws it and it like cracks behind him and a noise comes out and he's like, anyway. And then he grabs like this trident thing and he's like, this is cool. And then goes to leave and then he just gets this sudden realization and he's like, oh no, what have I done?
Is there any way I recognize that trident in what I'm saying?
I think so, probably. Yeah, you've probably You tell me what it is. In fact,
What the? I don't remember anything about what's chasing Killian.
These guys.
These guys.
yeah,
And
you certainly recognize it as pieces from like old stories, like a trident that belonged to some kind of deep sea. A hero is probably maybe the incorrect term, but some sort of demigod-like figure. When that orb goes over his shoulder and cracks, you kind of hear sort of the underwater bellowings of a god in anger. That maybe Killian just wrote off as sort of the creaks and sounds of under ocean waves or whatever. But Kara, you know a little bit more, and as as he's holding that trident, you see in that third person view just this big yellow eye kind of from the darkness, invisible to Killian, just kind of lower its gaze onto him.
This was 100% before Killian would have had the robe of eyes as well. Like I like to think that Killian's traded this awesome scepter, this trident, for a cloak.
Yeah.
It is a really good cloak, but like he's like, I like that cloak. That looks cool. Didn't know what the cloak did. He just thought it was cool as shit. So he got it. And then he's like, oh, this is actually magical. This is even better than I thought.
I think Karu maybe lets go of your arm and just goes, you still got that trident?
And then he grabs his cloak and he's like, I have this.
And you fucked up.
I don't know. I can see things invisible now. I can see the thing that's chasing me. I think it was chasing me for the trident, so I feel like it was a good trade.
Clearly not, because it's still chasing you. Yeah, also, you don't have the trident, but you don't have the trident anymore.
Yeah,
damn, man. If you're going to steal things that are worth something, maybe keep them. And then
worth something.
And Karu just does the hand thing. He's like, and you hear him as he walks away. He's like, can't believe he doesn't even have it anymore. What the fuck? That thing. And you just hear him talking to himself as he walks away.
Killian yells out I've stolen heaps of things that I don't have anymore. That's the point of stealing shit. You don't keep it. Where do you think I get all my cool shit? I steal shit, I sell it, I get new shit. And then that shit's my shit that other people try to steal. You're a bad thief.
Karu's gone. Karu's gone. He's not hearing this last bit. He's fully just sulking on the other side of the ship at this point.
Killian's talking to himself. He's like, Karu guy just doesn't understand what it means to be a thief, not a thief, a procurer of wonders. Yeah, so he's like, I'm justifying it to myself now. I'm an archaeologist.
Yeah, and on the other side of the ship, Karu is like, this Killian guy, he just steals things and he doesn't realize how I want that trident. That trident's sick. He had it. I've fucking heard stories. And he's just out to the ocean.
Killian he yells across really loudly. Karu, I could probably find that trident if you really want it. We'll just steal it again.
Just hunkers down.
I like to think as well that as Killian's talking to himself I steal things all the time. I'm like an archaeologist or clearly talking to himself, but our point of view camera pans over and Reynard's there is oh, you're not talking to me. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, Killian's looking into the middle distance.
Yeah. And it takes a few moments before he realizes that you're not talking to him. And he's like, oh, I'm going to go pull some ropes.
Killian will be like, wait. Is there anything that you want stolen that's kind of cool? Tell me these things. I like stealing things. It's been a while since I've stolen anything good. And I feel like you're Gith, aren't you? Gith Yankee?
Oh, yeah. Huge stereotype is that we steal things all the time.
No.
100%
I'm talking
true.
About...
actually, nothing grows in the astral plane. You actually have to steal everything to get it there in the first place.
I love that place. That sounds cool. Are there any cool temples in the astral plane that we could go steal shit from?
Maybe, but I guess it's wherever the captain wants to send us first.
If I tell him there's something worth stealing, he'll be into it.
Right. Well, did you guys get the Captain Featherstorm's vault or whatever? Have we got the big item?
I'll let him tell you that. That's up to the captain. It's above my pay grade.
Right.
Yeah. So I think he's my great granddad. Weirdly enough. So that's the thing. But we need to find his girlfriend, who may still be alive. Weirdly enough. Or some information about that, and then kind of go from there.
And I think this is an excellent point, just before we close up for the night, to do our downtime tracking again as you perhaps head off to the next leg of your adventure, looking into the some of you may want to use some of these to investigate into the quartermaster, investigate into the girlfriend themselves, or beyond. And also, some of you may want to spend some time covering your tracks so that the evil cultists don't track you down and follow you and interrupt whatever it is you're doing next. Some of you may be, I think, Katie or Kate, I can't remember. One of us was talking about a downtime activity for you that you might need to do as well, to kind of stay on top of your monstrous nature, or write letters to your son or something. I'm not sure, but we'll go down the line as a bit of a recap. So you'll be able to choose as many things as you want to do, but first one you want to do will start off as a DC 5, and that will increase to 10, 15, 20, and so on. So if there's something very important to you, perhaps don't leave it too late to try, because it's going to get out of possibility relatively quickly. And I'm also open to extra ideas. I think, Katie, you and I were talking about training the crew up to try and kind of level up the crew. That could be a downtime activity. Training with your cartography skills, Yama. I know that could be one of these. Investigating into the quartermaster, or learning more about the investigating the Featherstorm thing in general would probably be one, right? So does anyone know off the top of their head, or is anyone ready to kind of jump in with some of their things? Killian,
I'm going to try to dial back the tracking nature of what these things are doing, because I didn't do that last time and that progressed. So I'm going to try to get it back to where it was, at least obscure myself as best as possible, magically, for tracking against scrying and tracking.
Cool. So how would this be sort of an arcana? Are you sort of protecting yourself with wards, but also your transmutation, maybe covering up that mark that you've been given a little bit more?
Yeah, trying to burn away at least some of the mark as well, as best I can magically.
Okay.
That is a 23.
23 arcana. Protect from sea peoples. Cool.
And then also going to, because Killian likes to keep a journal. Keeps a journal of all the things that is stolen, but it's magically hidden away. So I want to use investigation, because he felt like Karu really liked that trident now. So he's going to investigate through his, flip through his journals for a little while, and try to find weird trident found in dank place, where all the shit started. And he's going to investigate his way and go through his journals and try to find out where, if he actually sold it or traded it or lost it, where it went definitively, so that he can then write that down and be here you go, Karu, this is where it was. If we want to go back for it later, just you hold on to that.
Yeah, sure thing. I'll say, so this will be a DC 10.
Yep.
Investigation's fine. If you get 10 or above, you'll remember where you sold it. If you get sort of 15, 20, you'll remember more about the item itself, based on what it was and what it could do.
Oh, I could just use history on that one. Try to. No. I'll just use investigation. That's fine.
Yeah. Because it's looking into your own journals. It's not history as in history of the world. 17 is more than enough. So 17 trident. As you beat it by 5, I'll say that you remember that it was obviously a magic item. With a 17, I don't think you remember what its name was, or specifically what it could do, but you remember it could cast spells. It had spells stored in it, water-based spells, but that you're I'm never going to use a trident. I'm not a trident guy. I'm looking for swords.
I like swords. Do I remember where?
You do remember, it was sort of a oddities and magic shop near the university. As you were kind of going there back there a lot with meeting up with Mordenkainen. So you would have traded it at one of those odds and oddities shops. I don't have the name in front of me now, but there is certainly one of them.
I've got Magic Trident, location you last saw it, magic shop near the university, and then in brackets, small heist.
Very
And
good.
then I'm also going to like rack my brain on the histories of the world and go through some whatever tomes that we have on the ship of nautical knowledge, if there are any floating about, and try to see if there's any record of Captain Featherstorm's girlfriend.
Sure. Yep. So this would be a DC 15.
Yep, DC 15 history check. Let's go. Come on. Hey, 28.
Oh, with a 28, excellent. So there, you remember, or you go into some of the histories you have and some of the journals that you've been collecting from the different ships that have been sort of piracied recently. And let me pull up my notes. With a 28, you remember that famously, Captain Featherstorm's quartermaster was named Verity Kyle. I think we established this already. You find reference to that tiefling, and that she had settled down at some point and opened up a tavern called the Brine's Widow. With a 28 as well, I'll also give you that the you learn that Captain Featherstorm had many girlfriends over the course of his sort of pirating career. Many young ladies and young boys that he would party with on regular occasions, and not many are still around. But you do have reference. You kind of narrow it down that there was one in particular. You don't get the name, I'll say, but you know that she was a powerful wizard and she was a drow. Is the one that's most likely to still be around. Based on, you look at the different species that Featherstorm was knocking boots with, and the drow is probably the only one that would still be around today.
Right.
There's maybe like
That's the one that's...
I think maybe there's you come across a photo of her with it's not like a newspaper clipping. It's just sort of like a photo in or a sketch in a journal of Captain Featherstorm, this beautiful drow, and you see that she's wearing a diamond necklace.
Can I quickly show this clipping to our drow priestess and be like, do you know who this is? Because I have no idea of the drow priestess's history, because that was something that Sorn sorted out.
She's like, oh, yeah, of course. All drow know each other, don't you know? And she looks at it and goes, no, I've been living underground I've been turned to stone and living underground for hundreds of years. I do not know famous pirate drow. I'm so sorry.
Oh, well, I don't know your history, man. You're on a boat.
That diamond necklace, does the main diamond look like it would have fit in that situation? Like, like it would look.
It's a sketch. Like, it's not a photo, right? But it's like a big diamond in the middle of her necklace. It kind of looks important.
That'll be the one. Yeah. Okay, done. We need to find her.
I mean, even if it's not for the vault, it kind of looks stealable. I mean, that definitely looks...
Yeah. Killian's really happy about that. More shit to steal. Fuck yeah.
I think, Paulie, you see that sketch and your fingers and feathers start tingling that there is jewelry that could be stolen.
It's shiny. I like the shiny.
Really? I didn't know.
No, I was shocked too, but I like shiny things. Paulie likes shiny.
Cool. So that's 3. Did you want to try a 4th, Killian?
Do I have any 9s that I can roll? Well,
I know you had been working on your transmutation magic in the past. I've
already used Arcana.
You can do it again. It's just if you're.
I've got to hop off, guys. I do apologize. I have a dumb o'clock again.
That's right. We'll chat offline of what Paulie's going to be doing during his downtime. Thanks, Timmy.
Love you guys.
Love you
Bye.
too. Bye.
I will try and work on my transmutation a little bit more. More leaning into my like dragon stuff. Like being able to summon dragons and seeing if I can use that. Like working with my transmutation style of Tensor's like buffing with dragon powers instead of buffing with tensors, sort of thing.
Okay, sure. Yeah, so give me an Arcana check.
23.
23, just make it. So
4 for 4.
we'll discuss offline what that can mean.
Yes.
Arcane Tensors buff. And you got a 24, was it? 23.
23.
Cool. All right, excellent. Who's up and ready? Unless you want to try and do...
I'm good.
All right, excellent.
Oh, 4's enough.
Yeah. Yama or Karu?
I got one. My plan was, and I've been leaving a spell slot used up for this, was casting that enhanced vehicle shift one.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be one of your kind of ongoing downtime activities.
Yeah,
so
like
a tax.
I have to cast it. It's 1 hour every day. I need to do this casting. And I've been casting it at 3rd level because our ship's bigger than 30 feet, right?
Yeah.
Much bigger. So I've been using up a spell slot. I do need to get 10 GP of Quicksilver. I need to use every time. So that's like 300 pieces total. But I would love that to be my downtime activity.
Yeah, we can make that one of your downtime activities. So do you want to make that, we'll make that a, because you're casting a spell, you're kind of going through the ritual every day. I'm happy for that to be some kind of religion, or even if you have a better option, some other check. Because this is something you're having to get into the habit of. It's got to be part of your habit every day, right? So this is something that you're having to do every day. You've got to be religious with it. Pun intended.
Well, would you let me roll my spell attack, which I think is very paladin, so he's almost like ritualistically casting, I guess.
Absolutely.
All right, so that is a natural 20.
Very good.
27.
Nat 20. Blessing the boat. I'll write that down. Especially because this is top of mind. This is the DC 5, so like especially with the natty 20, you're able to do this every day without fail. You are casting this spell, and in fact, we'll work out how many days traveling you are, but we'll work out that because you're doing it regularly, you've perhaps got a bit of a better deal on it. It's going to cost you less. You maybe I think with the natty 20, you're not going to go into the next session missing that spell slot, perhaps, because you've kind of you've got into your rhythm of it. You've got your timings down and stuff like that.
Sweet. So I think I already had about 14 days under my belt for that one too. So it was 30 days total.
Sure.
But that's +2 bonus to the AC of the ship. And its speed is increased by 10 feet if we decide that I've completed that spell.
Yep.
For my other idea, I definitely want to attack my tea brewing. I think he is thinking about being pulled under the water and is looking for like a solution maybe for that specifically, whether that's water breathing or like ease of maneuverability under the water. But that's what he's got in mind, is he's like pulling stuff from the ocean, brewing it up, testing, experimenting.
Sure.
I'm gonna go for my
Give me a tea brewing check.
tea brewing. Oh my gosh, the dice god giveth and taketh away with a natural 1 for 6.
Natty 1, so that's not great at all. That will be a failure. Now you can take a stress to try and re-roll that.
I think that works story-wise, because honestly, he was almost drowned. Like he was held underwater by an invisible water force. He already has this panic of flying, so let's just add to the list of Yamaphobias and try again.
Sure thing.
There we go, a 19 total.
19, yep. So that'll definitely beat the DC of 10, because you've beat it by at least 5. We'll let you decide, perhaps with the help of Karu, you're getting some kind of like kelp or seaweed kind of, things that can go in the tea, or even go as like little side biscuits, like little seaweed wrapped
Ooh, yeah.
biscuits to go with the tea. And we'll say that you've kind of unlocked a bit of a recipe for some kind of water breathing something. We can discuss that
I'll
perhaps.
try and find something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. I'd love to attempt a third. Maybe Yama's skill on the boat. I think he's been really mostly using his cartography and his like divine sense when he's on the ship in terms of like navigating us, hunting out the bad guys, and that kind of thing. My divine sense is just celestial fiends and undead or whatever. Maybe a shit. I don't even really have like religion or anything.
I mean, I'd accept like something like perception if you're trying to expand your perception to add something to your divine sense. So like elementals or some other creature type. Then you know I'd accept something like perception, perhaps.
Yeah, let's go with perception.
Okay.
Here you go. I'm aiming for a 15, right?
Yeah.
10.
Not going to do it.
Fine.
Can I tempt you with more stress?
Yes.
So you got 2 stress.
Come on. It's 50-50 to get this DC, so got it. Natty 18. 23.
Okay. 18, so improve divine sense. So we'll say during this time until we get to kind of our next downtime, you've kind of been working on expanding your senses, and I'll let you kind of choose another creature type to add to that divine sense list you already have.
Amazing. Thank you. That's great.
Cool. Anything else? Final one? Do you want to aim for that DC 20?
No, I think I'll leave it at 2 stress for today.
I mean, you can always try and fail and then just accept the failure.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'd love to still roll cartography, just always mapping out the hobgoblins' movements in our local areas.
Do you want to send some letters to your son?
To
You
his son, but like it feels a little bit dishonest, and maybe it's a little bit like, oh, that's another natural one anyway. And maybe that's the thing, is he's not used to lying and deceit, and that's what he's trying to do with his son. Like he's approaching him in this like dad friendly way, but he's like trying to get information, you know what I mean? So maybe it comes across a little bit insincere, a little bit gross. Yeah. A little bit not Yama.
Yep. No, I love that. I love that description. So, yeah, trying to work on plotting out the goblins' whereabouts. Perhaps reaching out to your son. Just also, where have you been lately? What's happening? Have they're keeping you well fed? What kind of food are you eating on what island, perhaps? And just being a little bit too obvious about fishing for that information, and with your attention being kind of pulled in many directions at the moment, it's just your head's not in the game. Cool. Natty 1. Karu, to close us out for the night.
So the first thing I want to do is, like, obviously this is probably going to take a few tries, but I think Karu kind of wants to meditate in his like blood hunter knowledge to essentially like see if he can swap out some blood curses, but like the ones he's learned, if he can maybe try to like learn different ones that might be more useful. So I don't know if that's like a arcana or a religion or a history. I'm not sure what that is.
You tell me. I'm happy with kind of any of those. I'm also happy with if you just want to make like the equivalent of like a spell attack, kind of like what Yama did. It's a DC 5 if this is your first, because this is your first downtime thing. We'll say for every, so if you succeed, you can get 1 extra, and for every 5 above that, you can get an extra 1.
I think I like to think because the way he's doing this is that he's essentially meditating. He's essentially just recalling, like, because he's a fish boy. He doesn't have a book of what he learnt. He can't carry a book underwater, or at least he didn't have one. So it's like he's literally just like mind palacing in the corner of the ship. So I kind of like the idea that it's sort of a religion. And they're all the exact same stat, like they're all +3. But I just like the way I envision it is that he's doing it through meditation.
Absolutely.
Okay. Do not have advantage.
I like to think that over these days, as you're meditating through a lot of it, or spending some time meditating, perhaps Reynard is kind of there with you. He seems sort of like the quiet, meditative type. Or if he's not meditating, he's just enjoying silence and just sitting there. But perhaps that's just too distracting. What did you get? A 5?
I got exactly a 5.
You got exactly 5. So you're dead on. You just succeeded. So after all that work, you uncover the secrets of one extra blood maledict or whatever.
Is it like swapping? Because I think I can only know 3 at a time. Is it just like the ability to swap one out?
Yeah, I'll say especially because you only hit dead on. We'll say you swap. Yeah. If you'd gotten higher, maybe we could like add 2. Add on or something.
That's totally fair. I got fucking 5. That's totally fair. I think the only other thing I want to do is to kind of get the calisthenics class of the crew going. There's a regular calisthenics body fit CrossFit course that's happening in an attempt to, like you said, like strengthen them, buff them. I don't know if that creates any advantages, but like, or camaraderie that we just work better as a group. But yeah, daily calisthenic class at 11 a.m. every morning. Karu runs it.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, I'll say it. I think we discussed this. So this would be a DC 10 if you're making this like an athletics or an acrobatics. Currently, all your kind of crew side mates are around on like that level 5. So if you hit a DC 10, we'll say that one of the crew can level up to 6, and for every 5 more above that, another member of that crew you can kind of choose to level up to level 6 as well.
Yeah, I'll go with athletics because I really am imagining it. I don't know if you guys ever used to watch. There used to be a show that used to run at like 11 a.m. in the morning, and it was just this like group of really fit women doing aerobics Oz style, I think is what it was. It was
called. After Cheese TV every morning.
Also at 6 a.m., right?
Oh, before Cheese TV every morning.
Yeah. If you went too early, you'd have to watch Girls in Yoga.
Yeah. I'm thinking of aerobics Oz style or whatever it is. So I think it's an athletics check.
Yama is totally participating, by the way. He's limbering up.
I just rolled 2 2s in a row. I'm not doing any more.
God
do you want to take a stress?
No.
Come on, join me.
Did you want to jump in the elemental's body and pop out?
I'm gonna do another. I'm gonna take a stress and try again.
Okay.
Oh, 7. Oh.
That makes it right, 11?
It's
7
fine.
plus 4 is 11, so that's one person. Who would you like to level up to level 6?
Who's good? Who do you think would really get into aerobics?
Definitely the Drow priestess.
Karu does have a bit of a harem, so I mean the girls are all happy, are all excited, you know.
Oh, maybe that assassin one that you had.
Yeah, Aveline.
That came with us last time. Yeah,
she'd be pretty aerobic. Yeah.
Yeah.
She had a cool attack too.
She did. Yeah. She had the ability to choke people, whatever it's called.
That's why Karu likes her.
Garrot.
Neck minute, your head rolls off. Oh no, too hard.
Erotic asphyxiation.
No.
That was why it was only 11.
So I've leveled her up to level 6. So she'll have 6 hit die. She doesn't get any new abilities yet, but she will at level 7. And so Karu has taken 1 stress.
And I'm not doing any more.
Well, I mean, the next one is DC 15. You can try. You just don't.
It's like a gambling.
There's no downside to failing. Unless
I met the first one, which is a 5, and I just beat the second one, which is an 11. It's also I also have no other ideas, to be honest.
Now, I believe we discussed, and maybe this might change your mind. The beast that Karu keeps turning into, is that a thing that he is struggling with constantly?
Well, you could raise your will save to stop attacking people. That'd be great. Or decrease it.
Oh, the thing if I go into Bloodlust, there's like a DC that the DC is pretty low for that already.
To
Okay.
only attack hobgoblins.
I'm fucking watching you.
Yeah, I saved all of you.
I'm
guys.
always close to Karu.
It's like a DC 8. Yeah, it's a really low DC. But I mean, yeah, I do like this idea that the beast might be getting harder and harder to control.
Do you want to try giving me the wisdom saving throw, or whatever the saving throw is, kind of like practicing this ability, or practicing putting yourself into that state and trying to control it?
Yeah, this is gonna go real well. Yeah, I'll do a wisdom saving throw.
We're looking for a 15.
First time I actually did okay. I got 17.
17.
Yeah.
That's good. So perhaps we'll say, because you've been working on this, until we do another downtime, you've got maybe advantage on that blood rage thing.
Bloodlust.
Bloodlust, that's the one. So even though it's a low DC, now you've got sort of a double chance to not go off the deep end, because you're putting in the work. It's something you're focusing on currently. So it's not perhaps a permanent change, but something that it's on your mind now until we do another downtime.
Yeah, nice.
Cool. Want to try for a DC 20?
No, I don't. No, you can't tempt me.
Do you want to try and relax? Do you want to try and relax to get rid of a stress?
How do I do that?
You tell me. What kind of fun activity is Karu doing?
Karu would go for a swim.
Okay.
That's what he would do. 100%.
Why don't we try it? It's a DC 20, so it's going to be hard to hit. But why don't we do maybe like a Constitution saving throw? He's building up his endurance. He's trying to, get out there and swim and, juggle all these other things. I'm open to other ideas too, but
yeah, no, I think con.
The recreation is definitely like the last thing you can do, though, in terms of if you try recreation, you can't then try something at 25. Not that you were looking like you wanted to, but.
Can I argue that his way? Actually, can I argue that his way of relieving stress is to sort of be like swinging around in the sort of like sails of the ship, like kind of like being the little gallivanting, dexterous boy that he loves to be, the parkouring essentially. Like that actually is a form of relaxation for him. Weirdly,
spending some time to do the parkour and trying to bring that stress level down, because it's been tough out there with not everyone's getting in on the aerobics Oz style. Meditation. It's not going great.
So is that like a dex save, or is that?
I think we established this as acrobatics, right?
So it's an acrobatics. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Nope.
Yeah.
I
just
fall
not happening.
at some point.
Yeah. Recreation failed.
Karu fails to relax. Great.
Karu fails to relax.
It's just a little bit high strung.
A little bit. Who would have thought?
I will give you one opportunity, because you did succeed your fourth downtime activity, so you still have a chance to do a fifth if you would like. If you had an idea here.
I succeeded all four. I don't really want to take any stress, but I can try and happily fail one.
I mean, we could also take it offline. I know Paulie's probably going to have to try and like keep morale of the crew up, potentially do some piracy to like improve the treasure level of the ship, among other things I'm sure he wants to do.
I could try go for another history and see if there's any like old historical pirate treasures that have been reported in the area but we don't know where they are, and I'll see if I can try and think of, like, get some information based on maybe they're not too far from.
Yeah, good. Yeah, good potential score or a pirate stronghold. I'll also accept. I hope no one's forgotten about the giant Star Forge. I know that people were looking into that last time.
Oh yeah, I'm still looking into that. I'll use that.
Okay.
I'm looking for the Star Forge again.
Yeah. DC 25.
Yep, I rolled a 20. I didn't have the forge open, but it's 20.
Okay. So unfortunately
fail.
not. All good. But you tried, but with looking into protection, tridents, Featherstorm, etc., maybe there's a lot on your plate, and it's just not to be this time. So you'll get around to it next month.
Yeah.
And I think that's where we close it out this week, especially with Killian finding out a kind of lead on where to go from here. Where this quartermaster was. I will just on a meta level, I'll tell you right now, I'm going to prepare in that direction, that you're going to go and find this quartermaster to try and find, see what they know about the about Captain Featherstorm and about his many paramours, and we'll go from there. So hunting down Quartermaster Verity Kyle, the tiefling, owner of Brine's Widow, a notorious tavern in the heart of a port city. And we'll pick that up next week.
Hell yeah.
Hope you all had fun. Hope you enjoyed my giant kaiju battle that only lasted like one round with the kaijus, and then everything got unkaiju'd. Thank you, Dylan.
You're welcome.
It was good fun, though. That was a very, very good idea. It wasn't cinematic in my head, but I do like that Karu and Yama got to have a little tender moment. I got to crush Karu a little bit, and
got to drown Yama.
Almost got to steal Killian and try to drown him. I drowned everyone else.
Tried your best.
Thank you very much. I saw some people in chat. I saw Maddie complimenting me, looking very young. It's very nice of you to say, because my birthday is coming up, and it's nice to say that I'm glowing and look a lot younger. I know Fortescue gave us some great dad jokes earlier in the night as well, and we greatly appreciated that. And all of you for coming in and checking us out. Is there any final things you want to tell me, team, before we go? Any final character little bits and bobs?
No.
We'll chat. All right, we'll chat to you in the week, and we'll see the rest of you next week. Bye-bye.
Oh boy.